welcome to Rovers FC TV. I'm Jake Burford, and today I have Tajay Reid with me. How you doing?
I'm doing excellent. How you doing today?
I'm doing well. Welcome
Great.
to the show.
Appreciate it.
So, first season with the Rovers.
Yes.
Okay, how's it been? Talk
Oh
through.
man, it's been an opportunity. Honestly, it's been a fantastic opportunity for me and obviously the fellow players on the team as well. Great experience thus far. I have no complaints. Honestly, I'm enjoying the football.
I love it. I love it. So, with it being your first season with the Rovers, how have you settled in? Because it's been a big, huge change from last season, and it's not your first season in League One either. Right. So how has it been like settling in with the team? And then we'll talk a little bit about where you came from.
Honestly, I feel like the settling part's been pretty good. Honestly, I had no worries, had no doubts. The team welcomed me with open arms. The gaffer, Jason, and the captain, Justin, welcomed me with like family.
Yeah. So
thus far, it's been absolutely fantastic settling in. I feel like one of the team. Feel like one of the family now.
Love that, mate. Love that. So going then, like I said, that you did play in League One beforehand. So which team were you at previously before coming to the Rovers?
I was at Scorsapi. Scorsapi FC. Yeah.
Yeah. And what made you make that decision to transfer over to the Rovers?
Right. Honestly, it was the opportunity. I talked to a fellow teammate, Jivo, and he was here with Simcoe and kind of told me about the team and what they're trying to build going forward as well. And I couldn't give up the opportunity. Honestly, I love the town, I love the county, I love the Simcoe, I love everything about it. So honestly, it was definitely the opportunity that I couldn't pass up.
Yeah,
definitely.
That's amazing. So you kind of just touched about it there, like the community and like the fan base, which is just growing and growing.
Man.
The club is getting bigger and bigger. So how has that been, going to and playing at JC Massey? So you would have been travelling there like last season, and then now how is it playing in front of the home supporters there?
It's been absolutely wonderful. Honestly, the kids, the parents, the family that comes out to support, the fan base is literally, that's why we play the game, right?
Yeah.
Walking out, kids shaking your hand, etc. That's why we play the game. So it's been an absolutely experience for me, especially the atmosphere coming from Scorsapi and transferring to Simcoe. It's there, it's all there, and I couldn't pass it up. Literally, it's been great, man.
That's
been
brilliant. And like you said, you're coming off the pitch. You've got young children, looking up, smile, wanting your autograph and stuff like this. So, being an idol for these and a role model for these young kids, how does that feel? Honestly,
it's all just setting an example. I know, especially for me, playing the game when I was 4 years old, growing up, that's kind of, we always had someone to look up to. So I always try to be that image for the youth as well, because I feel like they're up next.
Yeah,
they are the next big thing. So I feel like having that leadership role and having that responsibility to kind of know, okay, I'm here as a perfect example for you. Yeah, it's great. It's great. So
you kind of just touched on it there a little bit about leadership.
Yeah.
It feels that you're a leader on the field as well. And playing at the back with Justin, you've got the captain there who's transitioned into that position at the back. You've got you two at the back as leaders. How does that feel for the team, do you think? For you, like, set an example as well?
Right. It's needed. Honestly, it's needed. I feel like playing the center back position, there's no excelling without the communication. I feel like every team needs that leader to kind of have the base of the team, keep the team strong, right? Someone to believe in, someone that you can trust as well. So I feel like that's a characteristic that I kind of set an example for me when I was young, leading up to now, especially playing alongside the skip, Justin Earl, my guy. It's been a pleasure, honestly. He's brilliant, vocal, such a leader on the field, and is literally a guy that everyone can respect, honestly.
So saying that, you've built this connection at the back, you two playing, and that's so huge as a defender, as a team, that you're the centre backs, you've got that connection and stuff. So with that, do you both have like the same playing style? Like, are you more of a ball playing defender? Is Justin the same? Is that something transitioned by the gaffer who wants you to play that way?
Right.
Or is that how you want to play?
Honestly, that's how I want to play. I'm not really a long ball type of center back. I like keeping the ball. I like playing. I like driving through, breaking middles. I like playing almost like a midfielder sometimes, even though that's not my position. Just having the ball, I enjoy it, and I feel like having Justin Earl by my side as well, who's also a ball-playing center back. It just works. We just combine.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it works perfectly.
Yeah, and you've got that composure on the ball, right? So then if you're comfortable on the ball, it's not going to put your other teammates like that panic mode, when that press comes, right? So they know that they're going to be comfortable with you on the ball to deal with the situation that you're going to be in. So kind of just talking about that with the type of player that you are, was there a certain player, growing up that you looked up to and looked at their characteristics, how they played, and what to mirror your game off
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. That would be honestly Sergio Ramos. Sergio Ramos and Puyo. Those are guys, obviously past my time, but guys that I respected as footballers. Just watching Ramos, the way he controls the ball, the way he can make driving passes, the way he can ping a ball, left foot, right foot. A leader, being a captain as well, that's literally who I mirrored, literally who I envisioned myself to be, who I mirror my game as. So watching those guys literally made me the footballer that I am today, honestly.
Yeah, and saying that, I think it's like huge, for young players to watch the game and see how the professionals do it. And the way the game's evolving now, it has changed so much. Like we said, from when we were watching it, as a youngster and stuff like this and that. But it is great for players to watch and learn and see, right? So with the youngsters watching at JC Massey, and they're a centre back, and they're watching you, and they're thinking, you know what, I see TJ doing this. Maybe this is something I want to add to my game. How does that feel?
Man, honestly, it's a pleasure. Honestly, just the fact that I'm able to help a youngster who's also trying to play the game as well, and being that leader to them, even though they don't even know me, right? Just by the way that I play, they kind of having that respect level and setting an example, I should say, for the youngsters. Like, that's literally warms my heart, like being a footballer and being with the Simcoe County. Yeah. So it's been great, man. It's been great.
And that's it. Like, it's such a big community-based kind of thing. It's just growing. It's getting bigger and bigger. Right. So, just talking a little bit, we'll talk a little bit just personally about football. Have you got a football team?
Oh, of course, man. Arsenal.
Arsenal, man. There's a few Arsenal fans in the Rovers, mate.
There is, man. There is. Yeah. There is.
So, do you have a favourite player for Arsenal?
A favourite player, honestly, it would have to be Bukayo Saka.
Yes.
Yes, you have to. He's being young as well, but he's holds such a heavy weight on his shoulder, and he's a fantastic footballer, honestly. Like, growing up from the academy, breaking into the first team, and now being a consistent starter with the first team, and excelling into the national team as well. It's been great to see him literally excel in the game, especially with the club Arsenal.
Yeah, and is Justin an Arsenal fan?
Yes. This is where we connect now.
So there's that partnership.
There's the partnership,
there,
exactly.
There you go.
He's been a long time Gunners fan, and literally when I first joined the team, that's the first thing we talked about.
Yeah.
I believe I heard him say, "Oh, my team's Arsenal." I'm like, "Your team's Arsenal." We have something in common. Yeah. And since then, it's literally been a smooth ship. Outside of the team, we also talk about Arsenal as well. So it's been great. Honestly, I feel like that even brought us closer as partners in the back line, for sure.
Yeah,
for sure.
100%. So I always ask this question because it's always a hot topic kind of thing around football fans around the world. Is it Messi or Ronaldo?
Honestly, I'm going to have to go with Messi, man.
Messi.
I'm going to have to. Messi, for me, based on watching Messi, he's a creator. He's a magician. We can't ignore that. He's definitely a musician, a guy that can take the ball and score himself, but also involve a whole team. Yep. So he's someone that I looked up to as well. So definitely, I'm going to have to go with Messi on this one. I'm going to have to go with Messi.
So, is there a type of player on the Rovers who has the traits as Messi? The dribbling, the scoring, involving the team.
The one and only Orlandis.
Yeah.
Orlandis, definitely. That guy, such a hard worker, man, honestly. Literally, he reminds me of Messi. Someone that can involve the team and also, be a poacher in front of goal as well and give us that goal as well. So definitely Orlandis mirrors his game as Messi as well. Yeah.
I love that. And then, so, saying you're an Arsenal fan, okay, it was a big season for him last season, coming second and stuff, and now that they are starting to add and look stronger and stronger, You know, how are you feeling about the season?
Honestly, I'm beyond excited. Honestly, it's been a long time coming throughout the years. Arsenal's been a middle place team, 6th, 5th place, but now under Arteta coming in and literally having his own idea of what the club should be playing and how we should be playing, literally transform the club within the next 2 years. Yeah. So I'm excited, and I'm excited with our signings now. Declan Rice in the midfield, so I'm excited, man. Yeah. I'm excited. I feel like we're only going up from here.
Love it, mate. Love it. So we've talked about Arsenal, so let's talk about the Rovers here. Right. So what are the goals for the Rovers this season? You know, at the beginning, you were here from pre-season. What was set as the standards, you know, in the dressing room for the goals for the end of the season? Win games
and win the trophy. Simple as that. I feel like that was our standards from the beginning, and it still is our standards, and we're not dropping any more than that. So come in, execute, take everything that we practice from the training field into the games and literally just execute. That's the biggest thing, leaving with the trophy at the end of the season.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, so we spoke there just a little bit just about the Rovers' goals. What about personally for yourself? You know, at the beginning of the season, did you set yourself any goals, what you wanted to achieve? And have you achieved them so far halfway through the season?
Correct. Honestly, I did. And I do every season. My specific goals were honestly to have 3 goals as a center back.
Okay.
I'm on 1. Still got some making up to do, but definitely something I can execute, not worried about as all. And also clean sheets. I feel like that's a big thing, especially as being a central defender, to have clean sheets and protect that goal, because I feel like if the team doesn't score, it gives you a chance to win the game, right? So that's something that I hold myself accountable and know that every time I'm thinking about clean sheet. Yeah, definitely.
So a question for you.
Yeah.
Would you rather, keep a clean sheet, or score a 90th minute winner for the Rovers?
Clean sheet.
Clean sheet?
Clean sheet easy.
Yeah.
Clean sheet easy. I feel like that's that means just as much to me as scoring. Honestly, believe it or not, it does, because I feel like that's my job. Mm-hmm. That's my job as being a central defender. Protect my goalkeeper, protect the team.
Yeah.
So definitely clean sheet, 100%, any day of the week.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, for me, you know, being a keeper, you know, it was always about the clean sheet, and for the defenders as well.
Right.
It was always about that clean sheet.
Always.
And, you know, for goal difference going in as well, right? You know, for the end of the season, you know, the goals for, the goals against, you know, it's very important, and that can come down to the wire for playoffs and so forth.
Exactly,
right?
exactly, definitely.
So it's going to be interesting to see how we continue.
Right.
All right, and I'm going to touch a little bit more about that, but we're just going to go for a quick break.
Okay.
All right. So we're just going to take a few minutes. We're going to take a short break, and we'll see you in a few. Welcome back to Rovers FC TV. I am here with Tajay Reid. All right, mate. So I just kind of want to touch a little bit on how did you get into football? Right. You know, was it a big footballing family? You know, was it you had any family members who played, got you into the sport? How did you get into it?
Honestly, family.
Yep.
Family. My dad was a big football prodigy, especially growing up in Jamaica as well. That was our sport. You know, my mom loves the sport.
Yep.
My mom loves doing keep-ups till this day. So that kind of trickled down on me and my brother, and we've been playing ever since I was 4. Yeah. Till now, still playing the game. Love it.
Yeah, that's great, and it's great that you have that family background. You know, who are also obsessed with the sport, right, and they feed off it and stuff, and it helps you, right? So your brother, is he older, younger?
Younger,
and
yeah.
He plays?
He still plays.
Yeah.
Still plays till this day.
Is he a centre back or?
He's a centre back as well.
Yeah.
So that's how it brought down. My dad is actually a central midfielder.
Yeah.
And I guess me and my brother just end up being defenders. I don't know how, but we end up both playing centre back, but enjoy it. Love it.
Oh, that's
Love
amazing.
it, man.
So I kind of just want to touch a little bit on your football history before coming to the Rovers.
Right.
So a little birdie told me that you played a little bit of football out in the States.
Yes, definitely. I was playing for Des Moines Menace in the USL League 2. Fantastic club as well. And I was out there for a year.
Yeah.
A year, honestly, before I decided to come back and play into League One Ontario here. But yeah, it was a great experience on there. Met a lot of guys. The quality of football was there as well. So it's been great. It's been great, man.
So
honestly.
I was actually just going to ask that. I was going to say, like, how was the standard over there in the States?
Correct.
To then, like, over in Canada as well? Is it on par? Is it, because I know it's the competition between Canada and the States, there's that rivalry for it. What's the standard like over there?
Honestly, the standard is, I would honestly say it's the same.
Yeah.
Honestly, not being biased at all. It's the same. There's a quality players over there, but there's quality players here. And I think we can all see it now that Canada kind of switch the narrative in terms of the football / soccer programs now, with our national team doing great now and et cetera. So definitely the standards here in Canada, it matches the States, honestly. It matches the States for sure.
And you kind of touched on it there, like, with Canada now, doing well in football,
great.
The men's and the women. So it grows the sport even more for Canada. And the same with, the kids in the community. They come out and they see you guys playing and stuff.
Right.
So one thing I always notice, and I think it's fantastic, is that there is a connection between the fans and the players.
Yes.
It seems that the players always have time for the fans, signing autographs, handshakes, pictures, whatever it is.
Absolutely.
Is that something what was brought in by the manager? Is it just one of the values and like the core values of the club?
Core values. Simple as that. It's literally the core values of the club, core values as the players as well. I feel like that's the reason, as I touched on, that's the reason we play the game, honestly, for the fans as well, obviously for us as well, but we do it for them as well, because we were once in their shoes watching guys play the sport we love. So honestly, we're just a bunch of good guys that just want to help out the community and willing to help any way possible. So yeah, it's been great, man. It's been great.
Yeah, and I honestly, I think it's fantastic what you guys do, the male and the female teams, for the communities, because it's like I mentioned on it, the kids smiling and getting the autographs and stuff. It's just great to see.
Can't beat it.
So it's amazing. I kind of wanted to touch on, from looking on the outside, it kind of seems now that this team is starting to click. Like the men's now, they've picked up 3 wins on the bounce. Okay, I believe only conceded 4 goals, and I think it's 15 goals scored.
Right.
All right, 3 games won. There was a lot of new players coming in, so am I right in saying that it seems that the team has gelled, that cohesion's there, now
absolutely.
It's kind of started to click?
Absolutely. I feel like based on Simcoe last year, a whole different team this year. So obviously it does take time to gel as a unit, but now we're at our peak. Now we're at our second phase into the season, which we're looking to dominate now. So honestly, the team together, now we're like a brotherhood. Now we're like family at this point in stage now, from preseason leading up to now, guys coming in, guys departing, but our core is still here, and now we're starting to feel like family, honestly.
Yeah.
It absolutely is.
And I think that happens, because you're on the training field, every day. You build them connections with your teammates and stuff. But then you start to learn how your teammates start to play, and then that's where it starts to click and it starts to gel. So, I mean, that's fantastic seeing that the team, it seems now that, like you said, it's a brotherhood, everyone is on the same page, because that can be tough, when there's a lot of new players coming in. So leading up to that, the team's starting to click. We've got a big game coming up this weekend.
Huge.
So it's we've got Vaughan. How are you feeling coming into a big game like this? I will class this kind of like a derby, a rival. You
can see that.
How are you feeling going into the game?
Honestly, I'm feeling great. I'm going to treat it as every other game, just to execute, do what we've been doing in the training field from preseason leading up to mid-season till now, and I'm going to treat it as a regular game with only one objective: to win. Simple as that. Go in there, execute. We're at home in front of the fans. It's only right, It's only right that we come out with the 3 points there. So definitely.
So, having said that, like, you know, it's at home, it's a double header, so there's going to be a good fan base there coming out for this game. And with it being, like, as I say, a derby, you know, against the rivals and stuff, you know, you can sometimes, like, as a player, feed off the energy from the crowd, you know, and I think that could be a huge factor, you know, at JC Messi having 100%. The team behind you as well. But with it being like a rivalry, such a close game, how do you keep that composure? How do you prepare before a game to have that right mentality going into the game?
Honestly, I would say just not getting ahead of yourself, knowing that there's still business that you have to do, minding the outside noise, whether it's encouraging or not, but just knowing that you have business to handle, and knowing that it's 90 minutes of football to win a game.
Yeah.
Right? So keeping that composure and not getting too ahead of yourself keeps you balanced and keeps you in tune with what's going on. Because anything can happen in the game any minute at any time, right?
Yeah.
So just kind of knowing that, okay, I need to handle my business now. I need to stay focused and stay locked in throughout the whole 90 minutes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, and that's amazing. So looking at the table kind of thing, we're just a point off where Vaughan are in the table. And then looking at the Rovers, they've scored 36. Okay, conceded 15 this season. It's the second best goal difference in the league at the moment. How does that feel for you as a defender? You know, because you know, contributing there with the clean sheets, not conceding as many, you know, it's a big factor. How does that feel?
It feels great. It feels great, honestly, because it lets me know that I'm doing my job as well on the back end of things. And as we have our dynamic duo, Orlando's and Javante Lane doing their thing up the top, so it's literally it's nothing but encouraging vibes, honestly. Yeah. And we all know that we're all doing as long as we handle our own individual business, we know we're set for victory. We know that as a team, and that's literally something that we live by. You know, everyone does their own individual jobs, and then everyone gels together at the end. So it's been great, honestly. It's been great, man.
So then, how was the atmosphere in the dressing room after Givo's bicycle kick?
Oh my gosh!
You know, I bet the guy was on cloud nine.
My head's still rattling now. My head's still. Yeah. Oh man, but he's always been able to do that. Honestly, he's that guy's definitely a poacher, man, and definitely I feel any team in the league would be happy to have. Well, not even happy. Would love to have Javante Lane. Honestly, he's a goal-getter. Yeah. Really simple as that, man. A man you can rely on. Yeah. For sure.
That's brilliant, mate. Love it. So, we've talked a lot about football and stuff. I kind of want to know, and the fans out there, they want to know a little bit about you.
Okay.
So I kind of like to ask a few like personal questions, quick-fire questions and stuff like this. No worries. And what I always like to go to, it's a big one I always start off with, is your favourite flavour of chicken wing.
Oh, favorite. Honestly, I'm going to have to go with barbecue and hot. Yeah, barbecue and hot. I feel like everyone says honey garlic nowadays, and I'm like, that's not really my forte.
That's not a flavor.
No. I'm gonna go with barbecue and hot. I like the kick.
Yeah.
You know, it's also being Jamaican as well. I like the pepper. I like the hotness. So I'm gonna definitely have to go with hot and barbecue wings for sure.
Yeah, for sure. That's amazing, mate. And then, favorite holiday destination?
Jamaica. Honestly, going back home. If I can go anywhere for the rest of my life, honestly, it would be back home in Jamaica. Honestly, man, family, friends. That's where I grew up. So. And the food. Don't get me started, man. You're gonna make me hungry here, man. You're gonna be hungry, but the food's amazing. Having the jerk chicken, the oxtail, rice and peas, everything like that's my dish right there. Yeah. That's my food.
I make a mean jerk chicken, mate.
Don't tell me that, man. Don't tell me that.
I'm going to sell you out. We're going to put it to the test.
Okay. I'm looking forward to that.
All right. Are you cat or dog? Dog?
Yes.
Dog. What's up, man? Favorite animal?
Ooh. I'm going to have to go with a lion. Honestly. A lion. For sure a lion, obviously, because one, that's my dad's, but just the meaning behind the lion. I feel like when you talk about animals, you really got to really look deep into animals and know why they're the reason they are. Yeah. Right? So definitely that lion. They have that non-fear in their eyes. They have that killer instinct, and I feel like that transitions into my game as well. So definitely, that's why I would say a lion, not fear to nothing, and just a poacher. Just a poacher.
And then my last question, okay, your favorite football moment. So personally, for yourself.
Personally, my favorite football moment. Wow, you're taking me way back now, man. Honestly, I would say 4 years ago. Played in a showcase in Orlando.
Yeah.
And I actually did a bicycle kick as a center back. That was shocking.
That's where G-Bo got it from.
I'm telling you, and I've never ever really practiced that. So it was kind of there, and I'm like, let me try.
Yeah.
Let me try. And that was literally my favorite highlight moment, honestly.
Yeah.
Honestly, for sure.
Oh, that's brilliant, mate. That's brilliant. TJ, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for coming on to the show.
Appreciate it, Pete. Thanks for having me, man. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Alrighty, so that's all we've got for this week. You can find more information at www.roversfc.ca, and you'll be able to find all the information regarding standings, team information, and so forth. And there is a big game coming up this weekend. It's a doubleheader at JC Massey Field where we need to get everyone behind. We look forward to seeing you there. Have a great evening.